After World War II, Canada had a growing sense of nationalism. It was thought of as an embarrassment to Canada that there was not yet a proper Canadian citizen of any sort.
We need to give the people of Canada some form of citizenship. After all, we are our own nation. It doesn't make sense to still be under the British name.
I agree. Many of the Chinese immigrants signed up to fight for our country despite the poor treatment from the British subjects. I think that things need to change, and I think that the Chinese need to be rewarded for their bravery and their loyalty.
Well, how do you suppose we accomplish that?
We could revoke the Chinese Exclusion Act for starters, as well we could introduce a new policy where they can apply to become citizens of Canada. After a certain time period, of course, maybe 5 years. And after they meet certain criteria, of course.
Agreed. But if they served in any of the wars, they may apply for a Canadian citizenship after only 1 year of residence. If their father is a Canadian citizen, then they too shall be considered a Canadian citizen.
I agree.
People whom were not born Canadians, however, were British subjects during the Canadian domicile, will also be granted citizenship. We shall implement this new policy starting next week. After all, without citizenship, much else is meaningless.
That is fair.
In 1947, William Lyon Mackenzie King and his Liberal government revoked the Chinese Exclusion Act. Natural-born Canadians and Chinese immigrants were finally recognized as Canadian citizens rather than British subjects, and were able to vote when the Canadian Citizenship Act came into effect on January 1st, 1947.